Um, 10 thoughts, or what is that? That's the YouTuber coming out and the real person. Here are some thoughts on producing content that are challenging me at the moment. Um, I experienced the challenge once again of the format of my content. Like, first of all, I think I have to do it German just because I live in Germany and feel like in the English world, already everything is there. You just have to look for it, really. And it's okay to say the same things as those English people, I guess, and pack it into German. Um, as long as you have a personal way of talking about it. So, another thing that is never tested in personal experience or never experienced or just nothing that you really have more than a theoretical idea on um, should be talked about, I guess. So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna do German content from a certain point onwards. Um, Even though I find it way easier to speak in English, which is interesting. But yeah, I feel like English is just an easier language to actually form your thoughts in than German. German, you just have to know more words to specifically say what you want to say. In English, people kind of know what you mean, I guess. Um, yeah. Second of all, mm, I have so many things to study, to learn right in front of me. And the only way I will get anywhere with these things is to start on them and do them daily. I think that is literally the only way. Like, I have to read, for example, 10 pages in a book per day. Then I will at some point get where I want to get. Um, yeah. Mm, just have to keep working on this issue. And I just have to be engaged with the process, no matter how slow it is, like in a 4 day process, in a 4 day time frame. I want to keep myself engaged with with the thing. Um, but I have experienced that um, it is incredibly hard for me to stay consistent. Like even when I like something, like just stay engaged with something for a long period of time is hard because I have so many diverse interests. Like first I want to know about Taoism. 4 days later I want to know about Plotinus. And that's no problem actually, but I won't get anywhere with any of the books if I can't stick to them. And then it's hard for me to actually be so engaged with the contents because I would rather be somewhere else in my mind. And then there's things like I wanted to know for years now, and because of this block I've never actually gotten around to learning them properly. Like understanding the collective unconscious or archetypes or libido in the Jungian sense of the word. I don't get it. And chakras and communication methods and muscles, insertions, cells, um, Malazan, um, all kinds of theory books, Spanish, like the books that I have now in school, I have one for every subject, obviously. So it's 8 books for me that I could study, and I have to study them this year. I have to finish them before summer. And I want to know them well because I want a good Abitur. And I'm willing to make the sacrifices, I think. But I want to move out so I can actually build that infrastructure I need in order to achieve that. Yes. So that is actually my goal. Building a business, doing content is really important. Consistently, as Gary Vee said. I just have to pump it out, pump it out, pump it out, and I have to decide on a format and just stick to it. Like it's like in when you exercise. You don't go for the optimal plan. You just go with a plan, and it may be suboptimal, but you stick to it, and the consistency will produce the results you want, and then you adapt. Um, yeah. So that is how it's done. And yeah, like I want to know about dopamine, about keto, about all the details that Andrew Huberman discusses in his podcasts. And I want to practice them. I want to practice them. I want to research about multi, the supplement. Um, I want to research single products that I can dose individually. And maybe I would be like a person who just takes all of them single ingredient. I don't give a shit, right? So I would want single ingredient products, I think. And I want to compare the price to that of the multi. I want to know my actual nutrient levels because I've been in the nutrient game for quite a long time. And I think I have a different status than most people. Like when it comes to vitamin D, vitamin K, magnesium, I have consistently a different status than most people. And so I want to know where I stand so that I can actually understand what I should take less of, what I should take more of, because I think both will be the case in some of the nutrients that I'm taking. I'm not really taking a individual dose, and I have taken quite higher end doses, higher end preventative doses, I would say, on the verge of being therapeutic. And so maybe on some of them, genetically, I just don't need that amount. Uh, actually practicing the contents of How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy, going through the courses of the Czech Institute again, um, understanding that and being engaged and maybe doing the Czech programs again, just doing them on myself, just saving up for them, signing up, doing them, may be even better than the fucking academy, to be honest. Like for me, the academy didn't really work. Um, so yeah, I feel like there's a huge mountain of things that I want to learn. And with my current pacing, I will never learn any of it. Or at least not the amount that I really want to learn. So that's why I feel like there's just a lot more things I have to do. Just smaller amounts, similar to exercise, like I need to figure out. I have a certain intelligence, right? Oh, by the way, certain intelligence. Uh, Ken Wilber, psychograph. I want to map myself correctly. I want to keep track and retest and see like what kind of progress I have made in certain aspects. I want to know these things. Yeah. reading the books that Paul recommends sometimes, like Healing with Whole Foods, right? Adrenal Fatigue. Not even just to know, like I want to do it like the guy, like Jordan Thornton, right? I want to create a living library that pertains to my own consciousness, to my own level. Um, and I want to have interactive sort of PDFs, or like, um, yeah, I think PDFs are good, um, where I can access them, maybe on a stick that is extra for that, and with which then I can like repeat what is said in a book, right? I have to read books twice, then I have to do the first read, where maybe don't do as like thorough notes and stuff like that. But then on a second read, I go through it again, looking for certain like information, maybe being more closed off to the general things. Um, maybe just looking for what I found most important to my current point. And then I just make it sort of like a presentation, like a handout. And then I can make content on the contents of those informations that I go through every day. And I can make that content through my eyes, through the eyes which I see. And there is the content, because I consume that information anyway every day, right? So why would I not use that and make content for myself and for others? This way I can evolve my my content output, my personal branding. I can improve so many things. Like I can actually become happier with my own kind of mental food. Like I can feed myself with ideas and stories and stuff like that. Um, and when I'm happier in that regard, it will obviously carry over to other areas like physical happiness. Like I can maybe be more focused and just allow myself to be completely my body when my mind is actually fed. You know, like certain other blockages that may not immediately be obvious why those are connected may also start to dissolve, right? So that's my current outlook. And I will upload this to YouTube and fucking delete it from my phone. Because why else do I have a fucking YouTube channel?